Guys, a guy named Fresh has come up with another video from Reddit named r/entitledparents, and I want to see what the fuck this shit be about. There's been a very harsh critique in this generation specifically about how parents treat their kids. Like, sit at the kiddie table, don't tell me what you think, you know what I mean? Like, you can't own property and shit like that. There's a huge conversation about that, being more aware of like what your kids want and need. And so I just feel like your parents are really being put to the test. So let's see what this should be about, man. Entitled Parents. Play.
What is up, all you aesthetic people? It's Fresh, back with another video. I hesitate to put out another Entitled Parent so quickly, but hey, you guys ask and I respond.
He said so quickly. Bro, pump that shit out like you're having a baby.
Daycare is over. Get out. As both a nanny and having a mom that runs a home daycare, I have come across quite a few entitled parents. My mom has a lot of cool toys and playground equipment, which is great because it keeps the kids entertained. Of course, at the end of the day, it can be hard to get them to leave, which I understand. Kids will be kids, and especially for 1 to 4 year olds, it can be hard to change activities. Most parents are great about gathering their kids and leaving. One parent was not as great. Entitled child was an okay kid. She whined a bit more than normal kids, the type that didn't like it when other kids were at the center of attention. That was nothing unusual, but she definitely felt like the rules didn't apply to her. She was 3 when all this started. Her mom would come to pick her up, and entitled child wouldn't stop playing.
She's called an entitled child.
Mom would stand there and let her play. My mom didn't want to start anything the first few times, so she allowed it to go on as she didn't have any plans. But then
it ain't never a problem if I ain't got shit to do either, right?
Excessive, and soon on the nights she did have plans, it was like herding sheep. Then, one day, my mom had to drop off one of the other kids and told entitled mom she was leaving, which gave entitled mom the hint. My mom took the kid she was driving home inside to gather her stuff and then came back outside. Entitled child and her entitled mother were still in the playground area, the daughter still on the equipment.
Chillin'.
My mom, I'm sorry, but I have to go now. We'll see you tomorrow. Entitled mom, oh, well, you were still here, so we figured we had more time. My mom, sorry, but I've got to get this child here home, so
cool,
goodbye.
But I gotta
we'll
go,
see you
yo.
Tomorrow. Entitled mom, slightly irritated. Fine. Turns to entitled child. EC, it's time to go. Entitled child, I'm not ready to go yet.
Clearly.
Entitled mom gave my mom a look like, what can you do? And my mom gave her a similar look that said, tough. Entitled mom was clearly upset that it didn't work and had to grab hold of EC, forcing her to leave.
Hey, that's gonna happen sometimes, man. People out there with kids know, man. If you haven't already set the groundwork, that shit gonna happen, bro.
Entitled child started crying. After that, things got better, but you could tell that entitled mom was not happy that her little princess was told she had to leave. It's like how little kids sometimes think that their teachers just live at school.
That's
Except
real,
that one
though.
little girl grew up still believing this, and then had a kid of her own, only to be surprised that her childcare provider might, in fact, have things to do outside of caring for her kid. Entitled couple pushed me out of the way, then dumped their kids with me. I've been planning to move to the UK for a while. I'm going in a few months, so I didn't go for my full driver's license. This means that I walk or take the bus everywhere. Now, I live in a small town near the bottom of the South Island of New Zealand. Every month, the town has a food market in one of the supermarket car parks. So tonight, I made the 45-minute walk from my house to the market to get some loaded fries. They're pretty amazing.
Shouts out to loaded fries, bro. When Roberto's hit us with that carne asada fry kick, bro, it's been uphill ever since,
Once I got there, I had to wait 20 minutes in line to order and 30 minutes before my order would be ready. I wasn't really bothered about this, and I managed to find myself a place to stand. About 15 to 20 minutes into the wait, I noticed someone walk up right in front of me. It isn't a large town, so I assumed it was someone I knew and looked up. Spoiler, it wasn't someone I knew. Cue entitled mom, EM, and entitled dad, ED. ED and EM stare at me. Me, I'm awkwardly staring back. Entitled dad, still staring at me. Isn't that a great spot for a pram? Keep in mind that by this time the large crowd of people waiting for their food had thinned down, and there was plenty of room for entitled mom and entitled dad to find a place to stand. Entitled mom begins to slowly push her pram forwards, nudging me in the knee.
Yeah, there's a baby carriage. You gonna hit me with your baby, bro?
I decide it's not worth making a scene over and move to the side. I think that the issue is over and start to forget about it. Entitled mom pulls out my earphone.
Yo!
Watch my kids. Entitled mom then leaves, her husband following her, and I'm left
What?
with 2 toddlers.
Yo!
The kids just stare at me and I'm staring back at them. We're all confused and I'm definitely pissed. I'm not exactly the most trustworthy looking woman at this moment. I'm wearing oversized men's clothes and I'm covered in paint. I've just gotten back from painting the rooms in my house. Not to mention I'm lacking makeup and my hair is greasy.
She dropped you with her kids, bro.
I'm a mess, I'm stressed, and now I've got these 2 toddlers stuck with me. My number gets called and I grab my chips, but I know better than to leave the kids alone.
Right.
I don't eat because I know that if I do, then these kids will want some too. They're already eyeing up my box as I go back to join them. 10 minutes pass, then 15.
Yo, where are
It's
the...
now 7:30 p.m. and I have no bloody clue where the parents are.
What?
At 8, the parents finally come back. They don't thank me, they just leave. I finally open my chips and they're cold. I'm so pissed off that I drop the box of chips in the bin and just walk home.
Yo, that's some different shit, bro. I know everybody out there, I just have left the kids, man. I just would have left the kids, bro. I don't know if I just would have left their kids. I'd probably find somebody else to dump the kids off with, though. If they gonna do that shit to me, I'm gonna do that shit to somebody else. This clearly works. Get my food, stand around for like 5 minutes, look at somebody else, hey man, watch my kids, and then just dip out. Just fucking go. If they can do it, I can do it. It worked for them, man.
I know that it seems ridiculous,
That's fucking
but
hilarious.
the story is just specific enough to be true. And use it when you get to give her kids cupcakes, and I hope you have access to plenty more when you get to the UK. Work colleagues +1 ruins my wedding because I didn't give her kids cupcakes. So this happened a few days ago, and as the title...
Hey, I already know people gonna be mad because we're not inviting kids to our wedding. You know, like my sister is gonna have, yeah. So I already know that's finna be a problem, bro. People about to be mad about that shit, but hey, man, ain't nothing you can do, bro. It's Vegas, okay? I ain't trying to be watching kids this whole time. It ain't for kids out here, man.
Suggests, me and my partner had our wedding on the anniversary of the day we met. Everything was set up to be perfect, etc., etc. As part of our guest list, we invited our work colleagues with everyone getting a +1. One of my coworkers, who we'll call John,
What's
let
up,
me know
John?
a few weeks ago that he was going to bring his new girlfriend to the wedding. It was a bit last minute, but as one of our other guests had recently canceled, I figured it'd be fine.
That's good.
Big mistake. At our reception, our wedding favors were cupcakes in a little box with a handwritten thank you note. As they were the favors, there was one at each place setting, and therefore one for each person.
Got
Next
it.
to the head table, we also had a smaller table where we had our wine close by and a Ferris wheel cupcake holder filled with enough cupcakes for us to each have one, as the bridesmaids and groomsmen also got additional favors.
Cool.
The first
Makes sense, bro. Everybody get one. So now here, let's
course
see what
hadn't even
happens.
started before a woman holding a toddler and being followed by a young child, none of which I had ever seen, approaches the head table. EM is entitled mother, EB the entitled 4 to 6 year old son this woman has trailing behind her, me is me, and J is my partner.
Cool.
Entitled mom. Excuse me? She's wearing a black top and skirt,
Hey.
and as the service staff's uniform is just formal black attire, most were wearing differing clothes, and I straightaway presume she was a waiter or something
Oh.
trying to find the children's parents.
Oh no.
Me. Hi, yes? Entitled mom. There aren't enough cupcakes. I'm obviously taken aback by this. Me. I'm sorry, what?
What the fuck you
Entitled
talking
mom.
about?
I said there aren't enough cupcakes.
For
Me.
who?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Entitled mom. You're 2 cupcakes short. My kids don't have any. At this point, I'm mortified, thinking that me and Jay had somehow miscounted the guests or messed up ordering the cupcakes, but I also am embarrassed because this woman's face is not ringing any bells, and I feel like an asshole for not knowing who one of our guests are.
That would be so embarrassing because we, like me and Skitten are like so involved in making the list, you know, for the wedding. I would be so embarrassed if we invited somebody and I did not recognize
Me.
them.
I'm so sorry about that. Are the kids part of the +1s? We might not have put a favor on the table if we didn't know their names.
Right.
Jay quietly to me. I thought we put the +1s boxes next to the invited person.
Right.
Me, quietly back. I don't know. We must have messed up.
Right.
Entitled mom.
I know. I would immediately be looking at my fiance like, I think we might have fucked up, yo. She don't
I'm
got no
the
cupcake.
+1. I've got my cupcake, but you didn't give my children theirs? Me, very
Ah.
confused. You're the +1?
But there's 2
Entitled
more
mom,
people.
looking at me like I'm slow. Yes, I'm the +1. Me, are your kids +1s for someone
Right.
else?
Like.
Entitled mom. No, they're my plus ones.
What the fuck did you just say to me, lady? They're my plus ones with an S? How does that work? You don't know how lists work. You just brought your kids, you mean. That's what you mean. You just brought them.
Jay, your plus ones? Entitled Mom very sarcastically. Well, obviously they're only little kids. I couldn't exactly leave them at home, could I?
What exactly do you think babysitters get paid to do? Literally sit on babies? How dumb are you, okay? Come on now.
Well, we only had enough cupcakes for 1 + 1.
You're over here talking to me about cupcakes on the wedding. Get out.
Entitled Mom.
Get out.
But my kids need their cupcakes.
Your kids don't
The
need
older
shit.
child has spotted the cupcakes for the head table and has started walking towards it. Jay has noticed this almost immediately and gets up to cut the child off. Entitled Mom looking at me and not her child. Surely you have some cupcakes for the children.
Bitch, don't you bother me about cupcakes on my wedding. This is triggering me.
Side-eyeing the older child.
This
We
is
did, but only for the kids we knew were coming, miss.
This is
Entitled
triggering
Mom.
me.
Well, then why didn't you know my kids were coming?
Because you're a plus one and those are 2 1s which make plus 2s for the plus one. That means we would have to give him a plus 3 for everybody to get cupcakes. It ain't that
Me,
hard.
utterly flabbergasted by this question. We weren't told
They
about
talk,
them?
y'all talking too
Entitled
much.
Mom. Well,
You are
then
talking
should
too
have had
much.
spare cupcakes in case of people not being able to find a babysitter. It's hard to find a babysitter with only a month's worth of...
What the fuck did you just say to me? And also, that means your ass stays home. Both ways. If it takes you a month to get... I'm so mad.
Notice,
I am
me and
so
Jay had
mad.
sent out our save the dates over 2 years ago.
Yo.
I'm sorry, miss, but I'm not even sure whose plus one you are, and I'm cut off by the older child shrieking. I look back over, and Jay has picked up the boy, who has one corner of the tablecloth still clenched in his grubby little hand. Jay thankfully hadn't yanked the kid away very far, so only one bottle was knocked over by the kid pulling it. Entitled Mom, what on earth are you doing to my child? Jay, he was pulling on the table. He was gonna pull everything off of it.
Oh my
I quickly
god.
rushed to my feet. One of the groomsmen who had been standing nearby had also rushed over to try and
This is
help.
a fiasco.
Entitled Mom puts her toddler down and also rushes over.
Oh my
Entitled Mom,
god.
put down my kid right now. What the hell are you doing? Jay, tell him to let go of the tablecloth then. He could have gotten hurt.
Right.
Entitled Mom apparently then spotted our cupcake stand that was teetering dangerously with all the tablecloth pulling. Entitled Mom, there, see? He only wanted a cupcake. You're hogging them all.
Well, you know what? And I'm gonna keep hogging, bitch. Take your kids and step. Get to stepping. I'm so mad. I'm so...
Me. Dude,
Yo.
those are for the head table.
This-
They're our cupcakes.
Bro, it's my wedding. Who are you? Go home.
Entitled Mom, you guys are adults. You don't need cupcakes.
Why are you fucking... I have to know how
I
this
paid
ends.
for them?
I have to know.
At this point, the groomsman is trying to pry EB's fingers off of the tablecloth as Jay tried to keep him from trashing. My maid of honor had also appeared at some point and was on the other side of the table attempting to keep the tablecloth from moving. Entitled Mom, he's just a child. What else is he meant to do?
Oh my
Me.
god.
Not just
Lady.
take things that aren't his? He's old enough. Haven't you taught him anything?
Oh, damn.
Entitled Mom shrieks, are
Damn.
you trying to tell me I'm a bad mother?
Damn.
I don't care if you are or not. Your child is going to break everything. Entitled Mom, just give him a cupcake. You're being so
You're
selfish.
being selfish at your wedding.
What the hell? At this point, me, Jay, Entitled Mom, my maid of honor, two groomsmen, a few other guests,
and a few
couple
other
of
guests.
employees were crowded around our side table. All the while, EB is wailing at the top of his lungs. People who weren't even in the room at the time had come rushing in to see what all the fuss is about, and I was kind of self-conscious that all my friends and family were watching me cuss out this woman, but also too angry to really care. Entitled Mom screaming and jabbing a finger at me. This is all your fault.
Damn right, yeah.
My fault?
My fault?
Entitled Mom, if you just let him have a cupcake, he would stop screaming. Me, why can't you control your child, you crack at it?
Yo, damn, Lady Bridezilla's come out to play. Yak yak. Jay got him a good one. She said it's my fault. You're a crack addict. So now what? Who's winning the argument now, bitch?
The groomsmen finally managed to get the kid to let go of the tablecloth, and Jay hoists him up and away from the table quickly as the kid thrashes more violently and digs his nails into Jay's arm. Entitled mom, let go of my damn
You should
child.
drop him. Don't
She
do
then
that.
rushes over
I'm
to
kidding.
Jay, pulling
Don't
on his
do
arm,
that.
attempting to pull Evie loose.
Right.
The groomsmen pull her off of Jay and continue to restrain her as she now begins to thrash around, screaming, "Let go of me! I'll have you arrested! This is assault!"
What is
I'm
happening?
very overwhelmed suddenly as the adrenaline wears off.
Oh my
and I walk
God.
over to my maid of honor to try and help her fix up the table. A few more bottles had tipped and rolled off the table, but thankfully none of them had broken.
Yeah, wine glasses
All
are
the
really
while-
fucking hard to break, though, for real.
Entitled mom and EB are screaming threats and hysterics.
Yo.
Jay was trying to shout over
Where's the man at that brought this
at
lady?
them for someone to call security or something. And then I hear someone from the other end of the room shout out, "Someone get the
Yo,
baby!"
what is
I
going
turned
on?
back to try and locate the voice and find out what was happening with the baby, and watch as the tablecloth from the head table and all of the plates and decorations get pulled off and hit the floor with a terrible crash and shatter. Jay drops EB in shock, and entitled mom pushes the groomsmen off of her as she rushed over to the mess on the floor. The toddler is screaming as entitled mom tries to pull the kid out from under the tablecloth. Everyone else in the room is silent. I'm in shock and then suddenly can't handle it anymore.
Yeah,
I start
man,
bawling.
that's
I
so.
have to
This
sit
is
down
terrible.
and my maid of honor grabs a napkin off of the closest table for me to try and dry my face. Entitled mom manages to pull her child out from under the tablecloth, as far as I'm aware, without a scratch. She then storms over to me and starts shouting in my
Yo,
face,
somebody get
"What
this
the hell is your
lady!"
issue? You could have killed my little girl."
Somebody get this lady, please.
I can't respond and just start crying harder. "Jay, don't you yell at my wife. It was your fault
Let's
all of
get
this
it.
happened because
Damn
you
right.
can't control your own
Yeah,
damn
damn
kids."
right. Let it hit him,
Entitled
Jay.
mom, "Don't
Bow.
you talk to me
Bow.
like that. This wouldn't have happened if you had just had enough cupcakes for everyone."
Man, you still worried about the cupcakes? You must not care about your
Jay,
kids. This is
we
crazy.
did have enough for everyone. You and your spawn weren't
Spawn! Yes! Hit her with
invited.
it!
There is another crash from
Demon
behind the crowd.
kids!
It turns out in the commotion, EB had grabbed for the cupcake stand again, this time bringing it crashing to the floor as well as another wine bottle.
These are the worst kids!
Around this point, security finally
These
shows
are the
up.
worst
EB
kids!
starts wailing again, talking about how he wanted a cupcake. The two groomsmen go over to talk to the security guards as Jay and my maid of honor try to get me to stop crying. Entitled mom shouting at the security guards, "They tried to kill
They
my
tried
baby."
to kill my
The groomsmen
baby.
apparently explained the situation to the security guards, and EB, and the toddler were escorted out. I don't know if the police were called. I don't know if the
Oh
venue
my
pressed charges or not.
God.
I just kind of sat there and cried while surrounded by the mess of my reception. The staff were really lovely and helped me reset the head table with new plates and glasses, and Jay helped them sweep the glass off of the floor as I couldn't bend down in my dress. The guests who worked in the
Oh my
room soon came
God.
in to see the leftovers of the mess, and a few apologized for not being there when it happened. The rest of the night was nice and what I was hoping for, but boy does the tension after that kind of incident take some time to disappear. I did not see John for the rest of the night, and I only know that EM was his +1 because some of my other colleagues informed me that she had been sitting at their table with him and had been complaining about the cupcake situation before me and Jay had even entered the
what?
room.
That's crazy. No, I'm not doing another one. Yes, this video is over. That shit is amazing. I can't handle no more of that. That's the type of shit y'all want me to watch. Entitled Parents from the man named Fresh YouTube channel. Shouts out to Fresh. And we'll definitely be back to this later, man. This shit is hilarious, bro. Peace. What the fuck?